So let me clarify some things that I want people to understand about me. I don't feel that I can make people understand me and what I know about this world and me being in it. I'm not trying to persuade people to think that I'm this somebody that has this vision of life that you should believe in what I'm saying. I'm not trying to go there with that. I mean, you believe what you want to believe. You ain't got to believe me. You ain't got to believe nobody, no pastors, no other ministry, none of that. You don't have to believe nothing that nobody tells you. Superstars, athletic stars, movie stars. It does not matter. You don't have to believe none of these people and what they tell you about what's going on in this world. Or they try to make you understand a perspective about what's happening in this world. You don't have to believe none of that shit. The thing that I'm having a problem with is how religion itself, and specifically the Christianity or Christian religion, that part of the religious structure, and there's over 4,200 religions, okay, out there in the whole entire world. So to get an understanding as to the dominance of certain religions across the world, Christianity is one of the dominating religions, and in America, Christianity is one of the beholding religions that people believe in. Baptists, Methodol. I guess I can't say that, but because my tongue is whatever. Anyway, uh, you gotta really honestly get a perspective as to how you see the world for yourself, and you in it, right? And you need something to believe in. You can believe in yourself. That's golden. That's number one. But there's this belief that you have to have about where you're going to go once you die. I mean, because you only promise, and scientific uh, uh, data is proven that we only live maybe between an average age of 80 to maybe, some would say 70 to about 100 years old. Between that range, that after 70, it's like you start to look forward to what's going to happen, because the body is not capable of handling the age process of what we have to go through. And this is where I started questioning when I was a youth growing up in church, and I wanted to understand something about why we are in this flesh, or when I was believing in God, why did God create us in this form? Why do we have to be like this? Why are we not some other form of what could be considered, what we call human, us, but living in the same, not, I ain't gonna say the same, uh, uh, world, like this same world. I'm not saying like that, but we don't know that those other worlds exist. And that's when I started questioning another way. I'm like, wait a minute. The Bible only talks about, in the first 30 verses, only talks about earthbound shit. Doesn't talk about nothing else. Doesn't go into detail about anything else. And that made me wonder to myself, like, okay, well, why here? Why just here? Why is a religion just planet-based here? Earth. Why is it just here? Why not explore what could be possible up there, in space? And it started dawning on me, like, damn, these people, they believe in something that was written by human beings. We have to be taught by human beings about the same God to understand it. And then we click in our minds to thinking that, oh, well, yeah, that's what we need to believe in. I watched the Bill Nye and the Christian guy, I forgot his name, but I watched those videos and I kept thinking to myself, man, this is weird, because it's like, on the one hand, we got human sciences of what we understand about this planet and our God-like knowledge of everything that we've ever come encounter with, and we got definitions for everything that we've ever encountered on this planet. And here we are going into space. We went to the moon, the furthest place out, and religious people stick to what they commonly understand about Earth. And it's weird, because there's no actual proof that religion is really 100%, honest, factual information, because, even though they found an ark or whatever way back in the day, there's a lot of science behind why that ark was there, or or why it got there, how it got there. But religion takes you on a whole nother path to believing that, nah, it was a great flood, God destroyed the whole entire world, when all the evidence are right there in, in plain sight to see. And the most ignorant part about it all is that, religion takes you on this like ride of, well, you want the blue pill or you want the red pill type shit. And you thinking to yourself, okay, if I take the blue pill, I'm going to believe that I'm going to live the number of years of my life understanding this. And then if I take the, and doing everything right, being right, justice, all this other stuff, justified to a good person being, following principles and whatever, right, in the religious way. And then you got this red pill, whereas I'm just fucking crazy. I'm just mental. I'm psychotic, or I just can't stand other human beings, or I just got this problem with living. I got this brain formality, or some fucked up way about how I see things, and I'm not able to be, I'm not able to conform to religion or anything. I just believe what I want to believe, and I just want to kill, destroy, or whatever. That type of mentality is the red pill type of life. That religion kind of puts you in the how you say it, in the categories of who you are and what you're about. And it's like, I noticed something about religion that turned my mind to something to think about when I was going to church. It made me think about, well, damn, motherfucker, Uncle Freddie over here, he crazy as shit. He come to church and he ain't changing anything. They prayed on him and all this other stuff. It just got me thinking, like, come on, man. And then all of a sudden, I was turned on in church to this healing thing, right? A human being, could be touched by God, right? Have the anointing of God, and he can heal you. That shit blew my motherfucking mind when I first seen some guy that went up to the pastor, and he couldn't walk, and all of a sudden he stood up and walked, and I'm like, wow. But then I started noticing that same person came back to church and wasn't walking no more. And the lady with cancer that I knew in church that got prayed upon, she couldn't get rid of the cancer, she ended up dying. And they sit there and say, well, it was God's time. God called her to heaven. God called her in, and she had to go. Like, but you said you can heal her because you had the power of God and the anointing of God to do so. It really tripped me the fuck out. And then I started thinking about all other things that I just said about, in this video. Go back and, read it, listen to it again. But those things started, as at my early ages of understanding religion. This is crazy shit. This is not something I want to believe in. Like I said, the blue and the red pill, it's like, that's the type of thing that religion puts you through, to think that this is what it's about, when everything, honestly, when it boils down to it, the whole raw, honest truth of it all is that we all have to understand and learn about religion through each other. There's not one specific person, human-wise, in our flesh and blood, that, has ever witnessed God. None. Not one out of 7.5 billion, 8 billion people on this planet. Not one has ever witnessed God. I mean, there's just this belief. So it kind of kicks my ass to think, damn, man, that's like, what are we really believing in? What is going to be the outcome? Are we going to get hit by an asteroid or meteorite or something like that, and it's going to come down to our last moments of life, and everybody believes into one God? Is this the total outcome? Or while I'm living, nothing ever happens to me. I live in a safe life. I hope I don't get sick, and stuff like that. And it's not like I believe in God that I'm never going to get sick, or I'm never going to get attacked on that premise. I'm like, I just want to believe that I'm a human being, and whatever I'm going to accomplish throughout my whole entire life, you know, when I die, I just hope I leave a mark behind. And this, I guess, this YouTube thing is pretty much my mark. What I've been saying. And I've been saying a lot of things about religion. I just have to let people know this is what it's about. This is what I think it's about. This is what I feel it's about. Like I said, I watched the Bill Nye's, the Neil deGrasse, and all of the science, and the religion. To me, I'm not on the fence about anything. I believe man's science, but I don't believe man's religion. I don't think no man could tell any other man on this whole entire planet about any God. I just never ever believed that. I never ever came to terms with understanding that. I mean, you can't throw a book in somebody's face and say, read this, and this is going to help you understand everything, when the book is only grounded to earth. Talk about anything other than earth. So that kicked my ass and thinking, okay, well, don't kill yourself because you have this fathom way of thinking outside of the box. You run away from the rat race. You're not trying to climb the ladder of money and success. And that's one other thing that kicked my ass about religion too. I looked at the dollar, the $5, the $10, the $20, the $50, and then the $100 bill. And I noticed one thing about all of those bills. What's on it? What's written on it? The word God is on that. And that really just kind of like solidified my thinking. Like, oh, yeah, that's about money. That's God. Because you won't live on this planet without money. And I've said that before. I made videos about that before. I've talked about, what money is about, and, even put the dollar up there and showed people, when you put God on your money, and people live and die for money, kill for money, people steal for money, people do everything against the 10 Commandments just for money. That is God. That is not the devil. If that money is neutral. It ain't the devil, it ain't the God. You just have to have it because our free will says, that's what you have to have, because I'm going to judge you by how you look, your class of life, because of the way you dress and the things that you have, and your education. Did you pay for your college? Did you pay for your education to get to this point in your life? Oh, you're a superstar. Oh yeah, you got plenty of money, so you got fame. You're famous. Yeah. But all of that, everything that you can get in life material-wise is paid for by money, and that's how they judge you. Even religious people can't even lie and deny that. That's the truth. We live for money. We die for money. We live our whole life running after that God on money. I'm just being honest. Just human, y'all. I say like my videos. If you subscribe, if you want to hear me talk more shit, please do. If you don't like me or you don't like what I'm saying, you just turn it off and go to somebody else or look at some other videos. But I'm not here for the subscriptions. I like for people to like my videos to keep me understanding what I'm trying to say. Just get my point across, and and I can feel good that some people are listening to me. That feels good. I guess that's what pastors do in churches, right? That's what ministers do in churches, right? They sit there and hope somebody's listening to them about what they think they know, because they have to go to college and pay for that college to get that knowledge to understand how to either manipulate you, teach you something through that manipulation, and then keep on moving with the money that they're getting out of that manipulation. Because guess what's on that money? God.